Hi and welcome to a special episode of Ruko School. In this episode I'll be looking at some of the problems that can happen if you don't listen to the little signals that your lock might be trying to give you, telling you that it is time for a service. And if you take care of these things in the beginning, as soon as things start to act up, there's a good chance you can fix these things yourself, maybe with a bit of adjustment of the strike or a lubrication or something like that. But if you fail to do it in time, then there's a good chance you are looking forward to a visit from the local locksmith, and it's going to be quite expensive because dramatic things are required to restore the locking function. And if we look at one of these, this is the new S plugs, and they have the tailpiece built in here, and we have seen them in the wild where these things has been sheared off because someone just really turned the key hard because they wanted to lock the door, and the thing was the strike was misaligned, so it didn't turn as easy as it normally would, so these two parts sheared off. Luckily it happened when the door was still open, so it was quite easy to replace the cylinder, but still a new cylinder was needed. Same with the older style plugs. There's this tailpiece here, and they have also been seen in the wild where they have just sheared the back piece off here, and then you just have a flat disc here that spins when you turn the key, and nothing happens. If that happens in a locked position, you either need to have another entrance where you can go in and unlock the door from inside and replace the cylinder, or you need to pull this whole thing off to get access to the locking mechanism. So don't let it get that far. The last part is actually when you look at the Euro cylinders. If we can see here, we can actually see that the cam is permanently engaged with the thumb turn, and because when the cylinder is in a locked state where the pins are preventing it from rotating because the right key is not inserted, as we can see, there's a clutch mechanism that makes these operate independently. But what actually happens is when you insert the right key and it finds the magic spot, we can hear it made the click, and now these two are linked together, and that means that you will rotate both parts. But the clutch mechanism in here is not that strong. It's the thin piece of brass, and it's not designed to be that strong. But again, if you just torque it and something is preventing the cam from rotating, this happens. As we can hear, there's no click. So what happened is when you insert the key and you rotate, the key rotates, the cylinder and the plug rotates, but the thumb turn, and by that the cam mechanism doesn't move anymore. It's just stationary because there's nothing to link the two parts together. So yeah, luckily this one also failed in an open state, so it was possible to pull this out, but otherwise, yeah, it would have been a very complicated procedure where we would have had to snap and go in and try to manipulate the cam that way. So please, if your lock is getting hard to turn or something else is acting strange, get it fixed. Either do it yourself, get friends to help you, or call your local locksmith if you don't have anybody who can or yourself can sort it out while it's still a matter of an alignment or a lubrication. So it's so sad to come to these complicated logouts where people are actually having the key and they just can't use the lock anymore because it's fallen apart inside due to extreme turning force on the key or the handle. And again, act in time. It might cost you a small visit from the locksmith, but it is way cheaper than wait until the whole thing falls apart. So yeah, just a little service message for now. Take care, and until next time, bye.